Alrighty, here is the video review for Transformers, I don't know if it's Crossovers, Generation Selects Collaborative, Transformers Collaborative 2020 Back to the Future 35th Anniversary Gigawatt. It is a Transformer. It is based off of the Sideswipe mold, and it is clearly the DeLorean from Back to the Future. There's a little face under there, kind of has a bit of a Doc Brown looking face underneath the vehicle. But really cool, really detailed. Even if you don't care about the Transformers aspect of it, it's a pretty nice little DeLorean you can roam around. It's fun. Here he is, of course, with one of the previous collaboratives. There is the DeLorean next to the Ectomobile. Not quite the same scale, I don't think. Although the DeLorean is a very compact car, so who knows? It looks like it's not, just based on the size of the doors, it's not super off. But it does seem like this is a slightly larger scale. But anyway, there's the two of them together in vehicle mode. And one of the things I like about the packaging, there's some special Walmart packaging, which I haven't seen yet, but apparently it's numbered of 1984. But I like this packaging. It's good. It's got some schematics in it. Looks like old Transformers packaging. Tech specs on the back with the Back to the Future thing. But the really cool part of this, and I showed this off on Twitter, it's just a little detail of the packaging. This flap is a standard flap. You open it, you undo the tape here, you just open it up like a normal box. This side has a picture of the DeLorean backing out of the truck, but the tape is up here because this flap opens from the top and actually opens like the back door of the truck to allow you to slide the packaging out. Now it doesn't roll out the ramp, he's packaged in there kind of like this. But I just thought that was a neat little nod to the movies that they didn't have to put on there, but they did, and I just think that's cool. Anyway, enough about the box. Inside, you get the Gigawatt himself, and the instruction manual, and the rod to catch the lightning bolt, as well as an attachable flux capacitor. Not a flux capacitor, a Mr. Fusion. Flux capacitor's in the machine. I know what I'm talking about, I just misspoke. Okay, so anyway, here he is, and like I said, nice. They did, you can still see some of the supports inside the window, but they did darken the windows from the original pictures we saw, so a lot of it hides fairly well within the vehicle mode. You can take this the lightning catcher rod. You can have it normal. You can attach the lightning catcher rod right in here into this post. Just push it on in, and now it's end of Back to the Future 1. He's racing down, trying to hit 88 miles per hour at the exact right time to catch the lightning bolt. And then you can also take that out and you can attach Mr. Fusion here onto the back. There's a little port. Now the port stays on one leg, but even though it's not a split peg in the middle like some things are, it does. This was originally a little loose. Actually, not a little loose, very loose. Like I got to stay in, and then it would stay in for a fraction of a second, and then it would fall out. It would come loose. And I did put a little bit of floor polish on the peg, and now you can peg it on, and it's actually pretty secure. I wouldn't try picking up the whole thing with it. Oh, look at that. So there you go. But there it is with Mr. Fusion. So you've got the futuristic version from the end of the movie. But then not only that, even like only partially, the wheels do flip in for transformation, but there's actually there's two hinges here on the front wheels. The back wheels fold down, and the front wheels, you don't want to rotate the whole thing. There's a whole assembly in here, and then this inner assembly. If you just rotate the inner assembly, and make sure you push it all the way until it clicks into place. You want it to latch into place to hold the wheels steady. But you just fold it in. Like I said, you can see how this one was doing. You can fold in this whole assembly in here with these two side posts, or hold those still and fold in just the wheel itself. And then clip it into place. And then you've got the flying DeLorean from Back to the Future 2. The only one it doesn't do is it doesn't come with the big white walls and the big circuit board to do Back to the Future 3. But even just in vehicle mode, like I said, before you even get to the transforming aspect of it, really fun Back to the Future DeLorean toy. So we'll go ahead and fold the wheels back up and pop off Mr. Fusion for the time being and prepare to transform it. Go ahead and get this down here real quick. And like I said, it's essentially Sideswipe with a few little changes. One, he does also have part of the transformation. I'll show this right off the bat. His doors do open in gull-wing style. Now, granted, you do bring more of the door. Like, this is the cut for the door. Technically, all of this little bit here on the bottom and in the back here should stay down at the bottom. But, you know, considering it's a transformer, it's not super bad. The doors do open gull-wing style, which is cool. But you do that, I'll go ahead and open up these panels here and flip his legs down and around. And then his feet are folded up in there, and you can kind of flip them down, but the easiest way to get them out is to just go ahead and push in these vents, and that pops the feet down. And open those up, you can go ahead and split the legs. And here's what I'm talking about. You can see that this peg, the actual peg hole is one solid piece, which is nice, because sometimes they'll do it where these two pieces just will look like this, and they'll just match up, and it never really holds tight enough on something. So I do like that they have a solid peg there, although it was still a little loose and need a little bit of floor polish. Then go ahead and turn the legs around. Now, I've seen an alternate configuration that has him just with his legs like this, and it does give you some more detail down here in the lower legs, but we're going to go with the official transformation here. Open these up, open his arms out, or actually, there's little pieces here that rotate. Fold those down around on the arms. They will come off. They will open with those unflipped like that, but it's a whole lot easier if you flip those first. And then just bring his arms out. Bring them out a little wider because they're gonna, you can see they're gonna latch into the torso here to hold it together. And now you want to take, instead of just folding the wheel in at this piece, you want to fold the whole assembly in all the way around. Make sure it goes all the way in like that. Go ahead and pop his gun out of there too. His gun stores up here in the front of the vehicle mode. But fold the wheels all the way in and around. I guess that's as far as we can get them right now until we get this piece. Actually, open these up a little bit again, because we want to get, we want to rotate the chest panel down. So rotate this, and there's a tab here. Push on this and rotate the flux capacitor with the dates on it, little time circuits on his chest. Then you can go ahead and fold these wheels all the way around and in. I guess just like that. There we go, this way, and then, nope. I'm gonna use both hinges there. There you go. So this piece comes out like this. This is the tab we're gonna latch onto, and then fold the wheel all the way in. And then there's a tab here on the hood. It's gonna tab right in here to the waist, like that. And then you fold the arms in and tab them on to those aforementioned pegs. And then he's all locked together. And there is, with his head cut off, Gigawatt in robot mode. He does have a broad chest. That's just the nature of the mold. And I mean, a side swipe had a little bit, wasn't quite as egregious, but it also wasn't trying to mimic a DeLorean. Also, one of the things, like, all these pieces have a nice kind of brushed stainless steel texture on all of it. Like all of the hood pieces except for the doors, the top part of the door, like this middle section hasn't. The top parts of the doors are smooth, even though they've got the brushed textured steel on the side of the doors. This is the same piece. I don't know why they didn't do it on the top to match, because when you have the doors closed, there's a brushed piece in the middle and then two smooth pieces right next to it. And I just don't know why they didn't do that effect up here when they've done it down here on the rest of the door. It's a minor quibble because I love Back to the Future. I love Transformers. So having them together in one is kind of cool. Now his head tilts, kind of faces down. He does have a ball joint there, and if you turn it to the side, you can pull it back up a little bit. But for some reason, when facing forward, and some of the pictures show it, I don't know if it's just my copy mass release, but he kind of faces just a smidge down, and you can't pull his head back on that ball joint because something's blocking it. I haven't taken it apart to see if there's maybe some plastic I could shave, because when you turn to the side, you can see his head kind of turns back. Actually, his head kind of looks like the Gray Ghost from Batman the Animated Series. Anyway, it's Gigawatt. So the lightning rod pole you can kind of use as a weapon. You can plug it into his arm, and he can just like pull somebody off the stage if they're a bad comedian, or catch a fish. I don't know. But then his rifle, you can take like this. You can attach the Mr. Fusion to the back of it, like that. That's the instruction show to do it. But there's also a part up here, which personally I like the look of better. Make sure this little silver bit is in the silver that hangs down is in the front, because the way it's molded, it won't fit over the back. I like to have it sit on top of the gun like that, like you can just be shooting and then like feeding in some energy to shoot more laser beams. But I feel like this whole assembly with this piece down here, I think you could have taken it right here and rotated it so that there was this back section was the opposite way, and this was kind of like, you know, like a Tommy gun cylinder round or something underneath the gun. But whatever. You just put it in his hand. Just put it in his hand. So there he is with the gun in that configuration, and here he is in the instruction manual configuration with it attached to the back of the gun here. Although, and again, see, because when you put it in his hand, now that Mr. Fusion is preventing the gun from really sitting there in his hand. Maybe if you put it that way first. Nope, even then, it just barely goes in with this attached in the back. So I don't know why they did that when it's so much nicer to just stick it up here and then you can hold it completely. Although, again, turn it around so it's facing the right way. And there he is. He's got a ball joint at the neck, which, like I said, is limited, as I mentioned earlier. Double swivel at the shoulder, bicep swivel, hinged elbows, no wrist swivel, but wrist hinge, waist swivel, dual direction hips per standard, a hinged knee that doesn't quite go to 90 degrees, and he does have some ankle tilt there in his feet. But all in all, a fun little transformer, a nice little homage, not even homage, a nice DeLorean, and a fun collaborative Back to the Future toy. And again, because we had him out, here he is with Ectotron, side by side, some great 80s franchises hanging out together, having a good time. I mean, two of my favorite 80s franchises, if we're being really telling the truth. But there is Gigawatt. I got them from GameStop. They still have them in stock as of it's Wednesday, November 11th. Still waiting on the backdrop. It's coming. Like I said, I shot 7 videos on Sunday, and this one tonight on Wednesday. It's coming from China, so I don't know how long it's going to take to get here. So countdown to backdrop, but just keeping you up to date on where things are behind the scenes on the channel stuff. But yeah, Gigawatt, very cool. Like I said, it was available at GameStop, $29.99. They had it in stock. I ordered it Friday, so October 30th, and I had it Tuesday, November 3rd. So they ship quickly. Some people said they ordered it on Saturday or Sunday and got it on Monday, or they're shipping it really fast and it's in stock. So if you want it, go to GameStop. I've retweeted the link if you follow my Twitter, but GameStop's got it and is shipping it. Transformers Collaborative, Back to the Future, 35th anniversary, Gigawatt, Transforming DeLorean. Very cool. Highly recommended and a lot of fun.